This was the week where word came out about the beginnings of a new caucus within the Republican Party called the America First Caucus, led by Representative Marjorie Gun Mom Greene and Representative Paul My Entire Family Hates Me Gosar. According to a leaked statement acquired by Punchbowl News, the goal of this caucus is to, quote, carry out the tradition of Trump's presidency. What is that tradition? Scamming and groping? No. LARPing as the Third Reich. The passages of the unpublished press release.
Rape and failure, maybe? Just that's kind of the
Did you
vibe.
say rape and failure? Is it rape and failure or scam and groping? Sound off in the comments. Okay, so no, it's LARPing as the Third Reich. The passages of the unpublished press release of the America First Caucus are really fucking creepy, and I want to bring them up. Here's one on immigration, which says that America is a nation with a border and a culture strengthened by a common respect for uniquely Anglo-Saxon political traditions. History has shown that societal trust and political unity are threatened when foreign citizens are imported en masse into a country, particularly without institutional support for assimilation and an expansive welfare state to bail them out should they fail to contribute positively to the country. Yeah. Okay. Let's just take that one for parts. A respect for uniquely Anglo-Saxon political traditions. What's that tradition? Like wiping out other people's traditions? That feels like the most Anglo-Saxon tradition. What is it? Burying or burning women at the stake, or being afraid?
Also, America is not Anglo-Saxon. The fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm
What's
not even
unique about it? It's British people moving from one Britain to start another Britain.
Yeah, a crazier offshoot of Britain.
Again.
A crazier offshoot of Britain on land that already had people on it who were doing fine, who were chilling, crushing it, actually enjoying
life.
Just enjoying life. I don't understand what. It would make more sense, Sofiya, if they were like, our long-held tradition of like chicken wings and football. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I guess I get that. But like, what are you talking about? Just say what you mean, which is it's pretty obvious that they just mean brown people.
It's also some really weak shit to be like, it's got to be called America First. You are in America. Who is first?
Who else would it be?
What are you talking about?
Yes. Then I just want to note, reading this again, when foreign citizens are imported en masse into a country, political unity is threatened. Yeah, boop, boop. That is the white nationalist replacement theory, Alex.
It also sounded like they're blaming other people for slavery. They're like, our country really got upended when we started slavery. And I think we are owed an apology.
How dare you make us do slavery? But no, that's exactly right. They say this. They say the importation of people with absolutely zero self-reflection around slavery and the legacy of slavery. It's like, no, that doesn't at all register to them. And the fact that they're using this, I could go on, but the fact that they're using this as basically a theory that says they're being deprived of their voting rights, when straight up they're trying to deny the descendants of the slave trade, Black Americans, their voting rights. Like, what are we?
You won't give motherfuckers water in line to vote to exercise their rights.
Exactly.
You will block people who are legitimately allowed to vote from voting to be then still founding the America First Party. Like, y'all aren't first all the time. But it's just so telling to think that they're America and Black America is not America.
No, and or like any non-white immigrants who somehow aren't pulling their weight. Yeah, you know, look, here's the thing, Sofiya. As soon as white nationalists get up at like 4 a.m. to go like pick tomatoes or watermelon or like work in a egg farm for hours and hours on end for like $4 an hour, you know, like that's when I'll be like, okay, I see your point. You guys are willing to do jobs that no one else would do. But I don't see that fucking happening anytime soon. So one more passage I want to bring up, which I think is really funny. This is about infrastructure. So this caucus says that they will work towards an infrastructure that reflects the architectural, engineering, and aesthetic value that befits the progeny of European architecture.
Okay.
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 I guess so.
Define European, define architecture. There's a lot of things I would love these motherfuckers to define because when you put together so many words you don't know the definitions of, fucking nonsense and racism happens.
Befits the progeny. It's so like, I feel like it's just shorthand for, once again, like, don't build the Muslim building. You know, I don't want to see the round buildings anymore. You know, just whatever. Like, that's all they're saying is like, stop building mosques.
They also think Egyptians are white, I guess. Like, I don't understand. Like, so much of what you value and the progress and the inventions, like, most of them are not by the people you think they are by.
Oh, they were by white aliens, okay? Obviously, that's who built the pyramids.
I think they just are picturing like blonde, blue-eyed motherfuckers just like all over the world, just raising arches and building aqueducts and fucking figuring out pyramids. Like,
y'all didn't consider Italians white for a really long time, but now you want to talk about aqueducts? Sit the fuck down. But this, okay, I legitimately don't know what they're saying. Like, I don't know what that means. Does it mean, are they talking about statues? Are they talking about like, they hate Frank Gehry and all his like weird, you know, blob buildings? What the fuck? Luckily, I just the caucus has slowed its roll because of outrage. So Kevin McCarthy, of all people, called this nativist. Liz Cheney, once again, called this out and said, like, we're not the party of hate, essentially.
Amazing that the Satan's wife was like, this is too far. Our family, who's rained death upon the Middle East, thinks this is too far.
Yes, daughter, I believe, but like, you know, samesies. Paul Gosar now is saying he's not a part of it. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, her office has said they're not going to launch this, you know, caucus yet. They are not going to launch it yet, but she vows to keep fighting for America first. In fact, the only person who's into it still is, no surprise, Matt Gaetz. So he has a tweet that says, I'm proud to join Marjorie Taylor Greene in the quote, in the hashtag America First Caucus. We will end wars, stop illegal immigration, and promote trade that is fair to American workers. This is just a hit piece from the America Last crowd in big media, big tech, and big government. My God. It's too much. It's too much. I just want to.
Can you imagine though that like before this though, we all got together, like the immigrants, like poor people. We all sat around. We were like, okay, but we all agree that America last, right, guys?
Yeah,
America last. That's what we all want. We want everyone to fail, including us, the citizens of America. That's right.
That's why we're all getting the vaccine absolutely first, even though we don't necessarily deserve it. And Biden's overseeing that. But yeah, no, he believes in America last. I will just say that, like, it is important to read the other stuff of this caucus because they're going to launch it. It's going to happen. They haven't been shamed. It's important to read the other stuff that they isn't overtly racist, the stuff that's around like trade and the stuff that's around ending war. And that's all the stuff that actually really did benefit Trump in terms of him being against the Iraq war, supposedly being a supposed isolationist, and also him being supposedly against free trade and for like better trade deals. Like, it is very much a warning shot to the Democrats, if the fucking entire Republican administration wasn't already, that they need, when it comes to like real populism, like actually addressing, keeping jobs in the United States, good paying jobs, raising the minimum wage, when it comes to actually stopping forever wars, actually reining in the military industrial complex, like the move is theirs. The move is theirs to make. And if they don't fucking make it, someone like Trump, i.e. Marjorie Taylor Greene, as crazy as it sounds to admit it, they're going to come in and swoop in on that territory. The problem is that these guys do it with the total xenophobia. Just like, oh yeah, anti-China, anti-immigrant rhetoric, that's it. But the complaint is one that's actually very real on those two issues. So it's, as crazy as it sounds, it's also fucking scary.
It is scary. And it is also, to me, like, I will never be used as like the face of immigration. My family immigrated here. I had to learn English. My mom had to learn English. We were on welfare. I will never be the face of welfare. And so when people talk about immigration and immigration rhetoric and use a lot of it, and like what I read in that memo and stuff too was, and what George Bush, we're going to get to that, but wants is like to draw the line between good immigrants and bad immigrants.
Right.
And guess what? We're all the same people. It's not good immigrants and bad immigrants, and we're not all sorted by color. We're not fucking Harry Potter like students. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's upsetting that I will never have to bear the brunt of what people think about immigrants, but immigrants that look, quote unquote, like immigrants do, even though some of them are not, and I would like to be more public, and for people to be more public about when people talk about immigrants in the very vague way, to stand up and be like, actually, I'm one of the people you're talking about.
Totally.
And what you're saying and trying to target brown people as, you're actually targeting me too. And you don't understand. And it's more convenient for you to other these other people, but we're all in it. Like, we're not going to let you other them. So that's the thing that fucking drives me insane. Anyway.
Have you become a patron yet? Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room is where you can directly support this show and help me make it sustainable so that I can do more of what I do best, doing this.